fixed expenses.
Utilities.
Utilities. Well, utilities can be the same, or they can change, right, depending on how you set it up. We have budget billing, so you can actually set it up so it is exactly the same number every single month. So that might be a good opportunity for people to be able to budget better for it. What else? What else is a fixed expense? Rent or mortgage. Okay. Insurance. Anything else? Those are all good points. So we talked about utilities. We could do budget billing there. We can also shut things off when we don't need them to kind of reduce some of these costs. We can directly affect this one. Rent mortgage. Do you have can you directly do anything about that? Maybe not today, right? But when your lease is up a year from now, year and a half from now, you can reevaluate, right, and think about this. So you do have some control. What about insurance? Do you have a choice? Yes, absolutely. And maybe once a year, it's time to go back through that and rethink that. We do that here at the utility too. We've got to think about, how do we pay for insurance? What choices should we offer our employees? Those are all important questions. Phone and internet, does that change? No, I got offered the other day. If you sign up for another 2 years with Charter and do the bundle, we'll give you the special price for the first. Oh yeah, read the fine print. It was 3 months, and then for the rest of the next 2 years, we're going to charge you a lot more. So we talked about some ways to reduce those. Here's some of our experience. Double check your billing. We work very hard here to make sure your bill is right when it goes out the door. But that does not mean that we are not capable of making human errors. If you ever have a question on a bill, call in and ask. Just say, hey, I don't get this. I found this in my own experience. My credit card bill was not going through at the right time that it always had before. So something had changed, because I pay my bills online. And all of a sudden it was being put in after midnight, which got me a nice little late charge, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't notice it for a couple of months because it was small, right? But every so often, sit down and really go through your bills and really look for it. Avoid those late fees. It may only be 2% for paying your utility bill late, but you know what? 2% adds up, especially if that's not the only bill that's getting paid late. Borrow when it makes sense. We have a shared savings program. If you want to do something to save energy at your business, we offer a program where we'll actually give you a loan at 2% per year. Bundle your services and save. Well, maybe. For instance, we bundle our services with the paper, and they said, okay, if you do this, this, and this, then we can give you a little discount. Same thing with internet services. Sometimes you can bundle those up. Ask those questions, but watch out for the fine print. And then think about it whenever that time runs out. Make sure that there's somebody who's watching when that time is actually over. Ask others in the same situation, what do they do to reduce their fixed expenses? Compare wages to similar businesses. WPPI just went through an evaluation of every one of their employees. And what they did is they went through and they said, okay, for the market, so if you're an administrative assistant, what's the pay range in this part of the country for an administrative assistant? And they found the range, and they said, okay, well, we're going to pay at 60% of the median value of that. What was really eye-opening about that whole experience is that some of our employees were getting paid way more than what the average for those positions was. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, that probably means you're paying too much for the services that you're getting. It's good to just think about these things, at least know where you're at every so often. We're going to reevaluate every 3 years. Considering your hours of work, just like with my hairdresser, if you close at 5 o'clock, you're missing some people. Because most of us have to work during the day, and we're not available to go get our haircut. It needs to be after 5 o'clock when we're available. Think also if you're open at 8, but really nobody shows up at your business until noon, do you really need to open at 8 o'clock? And sometimes we just get in these habits. Look at your rent, energy, maintenance costs, and compare to the other available spaces. I see this a lot on the residential side, and sometimes on the commercial side. You find this place, it looks great, it's got the right square footage for your business, the right storefront, but you don't notice that it's got electric heat. And electric heat can cost you a small fortune every single month. So think about those things before you actually sign that lease. And compare your location to your customer base. These new customers who we said that you're going after, if those people are younger folks, like if you're a bike store, for instance, you're after those people that are maybe 20s and 30s who want to ride their bikes. Do you really want to be next to a retirement complex? I don't know, probably not, right?